What's up guys, Shay Stevens here, PDGA number 77522, and today I finally get to play Camp Sankanac Disc Golf Course. Let's get to it. Alright guys, I've been waiting to check this one off my list for a while. It's very hard to play Camp Sankanac, though it is closed between the holiday weekends. So Memorial Day to Labor Day. This is a summer camp, so you can't play. It is also pay to play. It's I believe it says $3 donation. Throw 5 in there. But yeah, this is like a historic course in the area. A lot of old footage here from like Disc Golf Monthly. Hole 1 is that gold basket up on the hill, 333 feet uphill, so I'm just ripping a driver since my first year out the car, just get across. Water is the only OB. And swing back in. All right, other side of the hill. Yeah, right off the bat, guys, we got some beautiful scenery. Walking across this bridge. You got French Creek. We played French Creek State Park Disc Golf Course. This is downstream of that. Yeah, I've seen this course on coverage and I knew it was going to be pretty, so I'm excited to play. All right, so you do have to be mindful. This is an active roadway we're throwing across. Well, somewhat active. I guess there's like a few houses back there or something. FedEx truck just went by. Don't know how well the camera's going to do capturing elevation, but dang, this is up there. So I'm actually not going to mark my drive just because I want a little bit of a better angle for the basket. First, put out the car. We'll see if we can get it up there. Whew, yes. Good putt to start. And we got cardio. Alright, so I got really lucky back there. I think looking back off of the green, I noticed how tight that line is to the right-hand side. Definitely flirted with some rough. Luckily, it didn't knock me down. Still got the birdie on the 333-foot par 3. And now we're looking at a 575-foot par 4. So basket's pretty much straight ahead, little bend to the right maybe. I can't tell if it's behind these trees or not. The water is OB and to the left, so even this little sandbar island, I can't bail out onto it. So I'm just going to throw my Vision Volt out there, just trying to get across the road in that grass. Hopefully by those 2 trees there, open up the angle and give me a shot in for a birdie. A little low, but I'm out there. I like the shot shape, but low on that throw, unfortunately. This is a little sneaky uphill, not much, but enough to throw me coming off the tee. So yeah, basket's way down there by the water. So it's gonna be a pump. I was hoping it would go like volt, or maybe even volt reactor. But given how much stuff's in my way now, I'm gonna have to try and take my overstable photon out to the right, and then hopefully crash in around those big trees. It's a tricky shot shape, so maybe get a circle 2 look out of this. Did what I wanted. Good sit. We'll see how short I am. All right, really pretty green here. A little on the scary side though. Got a fisherman in the background there. Hopefully he catches something. Hopefully I catch a birdie. Scary green though. You do have the potential for runaway. So I'm gonna go a little more floaty style. Hopefully drop this in. If not, land it and doesn't go in the water. Hit. Whew. I think I'm tempting fate there. Luckily I nestled on the tree and roots in here, so no OB. That's all right. Taking a par. After a little hike up a hill and some fuss setting my camera up. It's a nice little slope down here. We get to hole 3. 236-foot par 3. Basket is up and to the right. Could be a turnover shot. Actually, looks like it does shape up pretty nice for a turnover. But I'm trying to work the forehand more and more, you know, just build that up. So, going with the fireball. I can take my time out here now. It's pretty busy down low in the first few holes. For those keeping chronology for this channel, it is Easter Monday, so happy belated Easter. This probably won't come out till June, though. Yeah, I filmed a lot when my my shoulder was feeling good, just in case any problems arose and I couldn't film. So I have a lot of backlog we're working through, guys. We're getting there, though. But yeah, we're gonna go fireball, hopefully flat, if not a little bit of ante just to push it, and then get me up on that hill for a putt. I like it. A hard hit. We'll find out what I hit. Right, so I'm guessing I hit this tree debris on the ground here. I should have thrown my time lapse at this, I think, just because of how uphill this basket was. Plays more out probably like 320 land. But I got a circle 2 look here. Decent. Hopefully I can give this a good run, nice and flat, so it hits and sits if I miss. Debating, do I want a flat foot or step putt? I think I want to go steppy. Oh, almost had it. Yeah, it felt really good, just a little short. All right, the only reason to like uphill shots is because eventually you got to come down. Hole 4, par 3, 360 feet, downhill, dogleg right. And if I recall from watching some really old coverage, shout out to Disc Golf Monthly, it is way right, so it is so hard to get a look on this hole. But we're going to try. There's a bit of a headwind coming at me too. I just got to make sure to put this disc out there in the field so I have an upshot. Going in early is death. So I'm going to go with that forehand with the time lapse. Baby hyzer. The wind actually died down a bit, so I can go straight now, I think. Looking out for anything moving out there. Nope, we're looking good. So I'm going to try and go more flat. Maybe even favor a little anhyzer just to make sure I push out into the field. But if I carry this right, I think I can get it, especially with this elevation change. I really, really like that. Let's see what we got. I am super happy with that, guys. So for some perspective, back over there, that's the chute I just threw down. So I had to carry a lot of ground to get over here for the circle 2 look. Let's see if I can steal one. Give it enough to get there. Gave it enough, but a little inside. All right. Whoop. Missed the disc. All right. All right, par ain't bad. All right, sorry guys, not much room behind the tee pad here. Hole 5, par 3, 513 feet. Road across is OB. Basket's is way out there. Absolute bomber hole. Do not have it in me, but I'm going to unleash one just for funsies, see what I can do. So let's go Fission Photon. Put some stank on it. Oh, I love it. Ooh, wind drop. All right, it's out there. All right, decent little huck. I did try throwing a roller or two for funsies, and that just got murdered by the wind, so I'd have to play with it a bit more, but a roller is probably the only way I'm going to get here in the air. So got myself like a 150-foot upshot, we'll say. Got the electron entropy here. Just going to try and go around these branches, put it close. Yep, right in there. Love the basket placement right with these 3 trees, you know, kind of gardening on all sides. That's definitely a bomber's par 3. Hole 6. Absolutely beautiful. You got a gap, French Creek, and then another gap you got to hit. Par 3, 393 feet. Basket's elevated to up on the hill. So yeah, this one's a pop. How crazy do I want to get though? I think I'm throwing this photon really well today, so I'm going to keep going with it. So I'm going to give us a little bit of hyzer, hopefully stand up, push through the gap, and then get its little drift like it likes to get. Yep. Good pump. But yeah, that is a pump to get up to that green. So love this. As I said, the rickety, a little scary. Okay, Shay's afraid of heights. This is fun. But yeah, this is a summer camp when it's during the summer, between the holiday months. So the disc golf course is closed to the public, but the the amenities here are fun. You have a scary suspension bridge like this. Whole bunch of like obstacle course stuff I've seen around here so far. So the kids definitely have to have a good time here, and hopefully they're playing disc golf too. I am terrified right now, guys. Heart rate thoroughly elevated, especially in the middle when the railing is below my hips. Not enjoyable. I hope I don't have to go back over that to get to the rest of the course. But pretty safe uphill run here, so I'm going to try and get the range up there. Hopefully give it a scare and then sit behind it. Decent run. All right, short putt, but one I definitely want to focus on because I don't want to go back down the hill. All right, good par. All right, course said tough doo-doo. You're going down the hill again. So hole 7, par 3, 493 feet. It does have silver and gold marked, but I think they only have the gold sleeves in, which is good. Let's see here, sorry. Get my scorecard up to date. And then, boom. All right. So we're just bombing one down the hill. Oh, what's my wind doing? What's my wind doing? Feels a bit heady. So I'm going to go more over stable photon. I do want to drag this out to the right a little bit and hopefully swoop in, land in the mouth of the screen. Didn't flip it. Get the old Mr. President. All right, we're on the left edge. Should have a hyzer in the green, no big deal. Wind is pretty swirly out here, so might have done something with my disc, don't know, but either way, it's decent. I missed on the good side. I have a simple backhand hyzer into the green. So I'm gonna go electronentropy right at this tree in front of me here, break in front of it and carry the green, hopefully. Oh, fly in the air. Bad part about spring is bugs are back. Ooh, I carried that. Ew. Pulled that wide. Hit some stuff on the green, but should have a shot. All right, so a little errant on the upshot. Slightly punished. Got my disc here and some roots. But this should be in my range. All right. Now here's the real joke. Actually, I have to take the suspension wire across. And I just wanted to note, a little bummer on the backside here. Looks like there was two, the third one shouldn't really be affected, but there were two trees kind of in here, making this a really tight gap into this green. And it looks like those trees had to be removed for some reason, so that's a bummer. I remember this being like a really tight green to access, and the problem was you wanted to throw hard to get through the gap, but you had the water behind the basket, like just, about 20, 25 feet long. Your disc is wet. So this used to be a very daunting green. It's a little walk and talk as we Go down the creek here to the next hole. The scenery at this course, guys, absolutely beautiful. I can see why people rant and rave about it. It is an older course. It was like one of the hardest courses in the state years ago, but obviously the sport's grown. We got more private courses. We got bigger things, you know, like Green Lane, Thaler Lake now, but this course is still great. So, enjoying my time here so far. Well worth the $5 I paid. All right, hole 8 is a par 4 to the gold, 434. Goes up the chute, takes like a 30-degree turn up to the right and goes way up a hill. So this is definitely one I need to chop up into pieces. I definitely want to get right on. So I'm going to go my flippy photon, a little bit of hyzer, hopefully right there's a stump out there I'm aiming at. Game plan is to get out there and then get right, hopefully give myself an upshot to attack this green. Perfect, I think. There is some junk out there. It's kind of spotty, but I think I beat it. I pushed that backside junk, but came in just short of it. I gave myself a really nice hyzer line into the green. But for perspective, I'm here. I'm 5'6 3/4. Yes, I include the fraction. I can't see the top of the basket. There it is. Okay. So this is going to be a pump. Thinking full crank envy up the hill. Going with my neutron soft for the extra stability. And we're just going with smashies. Oh yeah. All right. Low skip. All right, we're up there. Might have a putt. And actually, while we're down here, I'm sure somebody goes into this rough. So let's leave them a little treat here. Kind of tuck into some logs and heavier stuff in there. So if you look in there, you'll see a free envy for you. It is leg day at Sankanac. These hills are no joke. I hope they had enough gas to push up closer to the basket, but I might have hit this log pile or the roots might have dampened it. So, but still have an inside the circle look. See if I stand out here. Oh yeah, I have a swing. Let's see if I can take advantage of it. Yes! Good birdie. After a bit of a walk. Hole 9, par 4, 566 feet. So basket is down there, and on the right-hand side it says. But this is a tricky shot. Airspace is at a premium here. You're throwing downhill, but you don't really have much space to work the disc in terms of elevation. So I gotta throw something down that's stable on hyzer. I just gotta beat that one tree with all the stuff growing on it. So I'm gonna go time lapse, get me down there. I see a tree with like a bobbin on it. I'm gonna try and hit that. I will say it was cool walking this path here. There's a bunch of like down logs and stuff, and I see so many like lean-tos and huts the kids have made, and that's the kind of play kids should be doing. Get them off their screens. Although watch my YouTube channel, please, I appreciate it. But yeah, seems like a really fun camp for the kids. All right, so time lapse, a little bit of hyzer. Headwind ain't helping me much though. So let's see if I can get down there. Yep, exactly what I wanted. A little bit of a dead skip in the middle though. Excuse me. So this field's all kind of like leafy clover and stuff. So yeah, skips were likely not happening. I need to get like another probably 50 feet or so to have an angle into this. There is a fairway here off to the left I can draw around. And then the basket is tucked way back there on the right though. So don't think I'm getting there. But I'm going to give it a rip to see if I can get how far I can get. Also, this field is like, I'm guessing they do like paintball or, probably not paintball, I don't see any paint. But probably like Nerf gun fights or something, because like it's like all this like bunkers and stuff. This looks awesome. Why didn't I go to a cool summer camp when I was a kid? But yeah, flippy photon, left shoot. There's a bit of a ceiling I got to challenge to carry it, but we'll see what I can do. Turn, 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 turn. Ooh, get down. All right, didn't flip it off to the left. All right, so just a little gap to hit to clean this one up. I'm just gonna go with my entropy at that tree on the right, swoop in front of it, hopefully distance check. Don't know how much room I have to play with behind the basket. I'm gonna guess about 5 feet given that little pencil tree. Bite. All right, that should be a easy par. Oh yeah, definitely a tight green. You got about 12, 15 feet before you drop off. Luckily there's this clover on the green to catch your disc, slow you up a bit, but yeah, it's gonna wrap up the front nine, guys. Really beautiful place to end on. You got the creek just, babbling behind me. Really loving this place, except for the bugs. They could go, but yeah, this place is definitely living up to the hype so far. Now, back to Shay.
And that'll do it for the front nine of my first ever round at Camp Sankanac Disc Golf Course. Sorry for not giving a proper course introduction at the beginning there, guys. It was a beautiful day and there was a ton of foot traffic, so when I got the opportunity to get off the first tee, I took it. And I meant to talk about the course as I played more, but if I'm being honest, I was enjoying myself so much, I kind of forgot to. But yeah, Camp Sankanac was established in 2010, so not one of the older courses in the area, kind of, middle-aged, 15 years old now. But when it went in, it was just widely celebrated, and a lot of the established disc golfers in the area always talk about how awesome it is, and I am so happy to see through the front nine, it's holding up to all the hype. But yeah, really enjoying myself out there. Let's see what I can do on the back nine. I know there's some more scoring opportunities just from video, so if the course hasn't changed from the stuff I used to watch back in the late 20-teens, I might be able to put up a good score, so stay tuned for that. But with that, I want to say thank you guys for all your support. If you have any questions for me, reach out. I'll do my best to answer them. Take care. Thank you to my sponsors. For all your disc golf needs, check out Phoenix Discs and Foundation Disc Golf.